Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 8th. We're just going to jump right in here. You have this motivator card. It says, motivate yourself to better your finances. It also says, life coach, public speaking, activism, lobbying, or mentoring. Balance being kind to yourself and being your own boot camp leader. You have this gift card. It says, someone will give you a gift or help you in some way. You have natural talents, gifts, and abilities just waiting to be discovered. There you go. Those cards basically say the same thing. So, I feel like you need to motivate yourself to use some sort of talent, gift, skill, or ability you have. I think that you've just never done it before. You have the Six of Swords right here. And so, I know I've said this to you before, Capricorn, that you're much more ready to do something than you think. And especially in regards to your finances or your work, but you could be thinking that you're not ready, and I really feel that you are. I would be careful of a person who's coming in with a gift, especially if it's a past person. You have this tall tale card here. I just get like this feeling of a person who's like trying to buy you back, or whatever you want to call it. So, I would definitely be careful if there's a person who's trying to like rush back into your life or something like that. But you have the Six of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. Yeah, I really get the feeling that it's time to like double down on something with the Two of Pentacles, which is a weird way to kind of like see the Two of Pentacles, but that's not really what the Two of Pentacles represents. But kind of what I feel here is that you've been kind of juggling. Maybe you've been juggling skills, or you've been going back and forth between, working on something or putting your energy into something. And I feel the Two of Pentacles is like saying, okay, like you've had enough time playing around with, two choices or multiple choices that you have. And now it's time to double down on one thing. Because I think it's going to lead to the most success for you. I really see a lot of financial stability coming in for you this year if you put your time, effort, and energy into one thing. And so, that's what I would be doing here. That doesn't mean you can't do multiple things, by the way, but, it's like, can you just make something your, the kind of like the one thing that you really focus on, right? You have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is about moving on to calmer shores. So I do feel there are a lot of improvements coming in for you, and that you could be improving quite a bit of things in your life. And I really feel you're focused on improvements. I also get the feeling of like someone tugging at your heartstrings here. So, it's kind of weird because it's like, I feel like you're at the end of your healing with a person, and it's like, isn't that always the way it works? That you're at the end of your healing and then someone rears their head. So I would be careful of that, because it could be a person who's trying to drag you back. They just feel you moving away. And, I feel that they had plenty of time to make things right, and that's all you need to know. You have the Ten of Cups here. I really believe that this is encouraging you to focus on your own happiness. These people are choosing to be happy. Those 10 cups are up in the sky there, and they're standing in the real world. The card literally says that they're in the real world. They're dealing with real world problems, but they are choosing to be happy no matter what. So, as I say to everyone, we're in a time of chaos. There's going to be a lot of craziness in the world over the next, 10 years or so. And, I believe that people need to choose to bring more happiness, joy, light, love, light, good stuff into the world during this time. And so that's what I would do. I would focus on your happiness. Let's see. With the Six of Swords, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. So whatever you're working on in your life, it seems to me like that working together with other people would be a good idea. I also feel people are starting to notice the quality of the work that you do. Again, Three of Pentacles is a card of quality. It's kind of weird. I feel like people are kind of waking up to Capricorn here a little bit. It's like nothing has changed. I feel like you've been doing things the same way all along, but it's like, it's almost like people are realizing that you are the source, if that makes sense, where it's like maybe people always get credit for your work in some way, right? And maybe they're not necessarily stealing your credit, but it's like, maybe you say things and people always attribute it to someone else or whatever. It's kind of weird how I'm seeing this in my head. It's like, it's almost like people are realizing that you are the source, that you are the one that says things, first, and, all this other stuff, right? So that's kind of like the feeling I get there. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Six of Cups, two sixes in a row. If you've been watching me for a while, I love two sixes. Two sixes to me is like major confirmation for your path. It says that you're going in the right direction. The Six of Cups can be a turnaround as well. It can be a gift from the universe, and you have that gift card. Usually the gift we receive with the Six of Cups is we've been trying to do something. Maybe we've been trying to work towards something or create something in our life. And I look at the Six of Cups as kind of like the obstacles being removed from your path. So if you have experienced obstacles, it can say whatever obstacles you've been experiencing are being removed. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is about going on adventure. Oh, you do have the Knight of Wands twice, here and here. So, I feel that for a lot of you, I'll put it this way. I'm going to show you on this one because it's easier to see, but there are these 3 pyramids right here, and the pyramids represent mystery. The Knight of Wands to me is a card of like the builder. To me, I look at him as a true builder in the tarot. If he doesn't have something he needs, he's willing to build it. He's willing to create it or do whatever he has to do to make it happen, right? And so I feel for a lot of you that that's what this is about. This is about you kind of like needing to build something or create something in your life that you don't have yet, if that makes sense. It's like you're going on this journey. Like that's the same thing with him. He's moving into mystery. He's very spontaneous. He's willing to be spontaneous. He's willing to, set out to do something, accomplish a goal, wish or dream. If one way doesn't work, he just tries something else. But he's also willing to build things as he goes. Like if he needs to get over a river, he'll build a bridge, right? And I kind of get that feeling here, where some of you are working towards something like a new chapter, because this card says new chapters require new versions of you. You're working towards a new chapter in your life, and I feel it could require you to, build some bridges, so to speak. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this deep breath card. You also have this tall tale card. I feel like you need to be careful of a past person here, which I've been getting for you for like all of 2023, right? So I feel like you still need to be careful of this person. And maybe this person's a little obsessed because they have been coming up for like a year. I would definitely be careful of that. If something doesn't feel right as well, like if someone tells you something and you think that they're lying, they probably are. So, I would trust your instincts with these cards. I also feel that, you have a lot on your plate. We see that here, 2 Pentacles. You also have the 10 of Wands. It's like you're doing too much here, Capricorn. And, I really feel it's time to make sure that you're doing what's important, and there might be some burdens that you no longer need to carry. Again, maybe you've been carrying some burdens from a past person. I do feel like a past person does try to burden you. Maybe not like on purpose. Maybe they're not necessarily being malicious, but maybe they know that you're like a motherly energy, or that you take care of them, or you help them in some way, and you're not there anymore. So I kind of get that feeling where it's like a person could be trying to come at you with your burdens, but I feel like you're done playing that game anyway. So I would be careful of like what burdens you take on. I feel like you have enough to do. I really feel you need to make sure that you are attracting a person who lightens the load. I feel like you need to make sure if you're looking for love that you find a person who doesn't add things, stress to your life, who removes stress from your life, or, who adds something to your life, who helps lift you up or whatever. Same thing with like if you're attracting a business partner, or, if you're trying to get a job, it's like, can you find a job that actually, offers you support? I'm sure you've all had those jobs where they're like, go do 900 things at once, and if you don't get it done, you're fired, but also we're not going to help you. It's like, I'm sure you've all been there, right? And, I feel like this is saying, make sure you're putting yourself in supportive environments. Again, that's not even what this card means, but, it's kind of like the energy I get here. I feel the universe is trying to encourage you to look for more supportive environments, every single type of environment you can possibly imagine. You have the King of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I feel like you're going to be sitting on a bag at the end of the year, at the end of this year. And that does not mean, like, I think you're going to be making money all year. So definitely could be increasing your finances. Not saying it's going to be easy. Again, I think that there's like new challenges in this new world that we're entering into. But mark my words, I think that over the next 20 years, we're going to see more millionaires and billionaires than ever, right? That on Earth. But, there's new ways to do it. We have to be positive. We have to be co-creative. Gone are the days where you can, stomp on the little guy to get ahead, right? So we have to do things in a better, more high vibe way. But, the people that do that are going to be very successful. You have the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is a card of disappointments. I do feel like someone's super disappointed, not you. I mean, you might have some disappointments about it, that something didn't work out, but I think that, a past person has a lot of regrets. I feel that you have your boundaries up. We go to 9 of Wands here. And the Queen of Wands in the area of the good stuff, it's like what you bring to the table. You know how attractive you are. It doesn't matter what gender you are either. I feel whatever on that Queen of Wands. I think you're just like sticking up for yourself, focusing on your own happiness. She's focusing on her happiness because she has that sunflower, and the sunflower points towards the sun. So that's really what I get here. I feel like you're totally ignoring a person, really. Let's see. With the 10 of Wands, you have the 2 of Swords. Someone couldn't make up their mind. I feel like someone couldn't just decide on the obvious decision is what I'm getting as well, which was like you. So, I feel like you're walking away from this. I feel like this taught you to make decisions. It's almost like a person's indecision made you realize that you are the one that's in control. So, pretty good. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Yes, definitely I feel that you're probably attracting new love. I feel this is what you should hold out for, is like a true teammate, a true, I love the King and Queen of Pentacles together. To me, they are two people who really want to work on something long term. And so I feel you really could be attracting someone who wants something long term. With the Five of Cups, you have the Tower. I think that this person is having a Tower moment, is what I feel. So I feel like a past person is having issues, and that's like why they're coming back. But, I would be careful of that. One thing I will say is everybody's had the Tower again. I think we're going to see global Tower moments. I literally just said this in the last set of readings, and then in one of the readings I said something about like a world leader stepping down or something, and then the Queen of Denmark abdicated her throne. So boom, there you go. Every freaking time I get the Tower a bunch of times, something in the world happens like crazy, like that, like a queen stepping down, or all this other stuff. We are going to see a lot of this over the next 10 years. So and I haven't been wrong yet. So there you go. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this card that says, don't lose yourself trying to hold on to someone. Are you kidding? This person, I think they know all the right things to say, or it's like, it's like maybe you're mad at this person or whatever, but, at the same time, I kind of feel like some of you still have a little bit of love for a person, or, it's like one of those things. Maybe you look at this person like a wounded animal, maybe you look at them as they have a lot of trauma and you feel bad for them, like in a, not like a feel bad way, but kind of. And, I feel that they know all the right things to say to make you feel sad. So I would be careful of this person. You have this card that says new chapters require a new version of you. I think that we need to start telling the story that we want to tell, that we want to live, in our lives. And so that could be whatever story. And I think you just need to start telling the story of what you want your life to look like. You have the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands, like we already talked about, is the builder. It seems to me like you're building something this year. Could be a new business, new career, could be a new you as well. It doesn't have to be, it could be anything. And so whatever it is, I feel like you are building something in your life, and I feel that it is going to be extremely successful for you. I see a lot of abundance coming in for you as well with whatever it is that you're building. So this could be emotional abundance, financial, could be whatever. So, I would get to building here. The other thing I like to remind people of is that the fire signs, they have these salamanders on their cloaks, the fire cards, except for the Queen of Wands. She's the only one that doesn't have a salamander on her card. But the salamanders represent protection from fire. So it's almost as if you are protected from risks that you want to take, or that you could take bigger risks, and basically nothing bad is going to happen. So it would be a good time to take risk. You have the Nine of Wands, and we're talking about calculated risk here, right? Don't take more risk than you can handle, blah, blah, blah. You have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is about putting up boundaries. I think you do have strong boundaries up against a person. I don't think you've given up on love, but I definitely feel that you're not willing to invest in a person who's going to hurt you, or whatever the case may be. I really feel that you're opening up here with the Nine of Wands. I actually feel pretty good about this. I had to like think about that and sit with that for just a second, because the Nine of Wands, I don't think it's a bad card at all. I mean, really, but it's a card of not giving up. But I was kind of like, how do I feel about this in as far as opening up is concerned? But I feel like you are opening up. Like sometimes I feel Nine of Wands can be very closed off. He can be not willing to open up, but I feel like you are. So I feel pretty good about that. You have the Seven of Pentacles. I really feel you're taking the time to look at situations in your life, all situations, and you're just looking at it and saying, is the juice worth the squeeze? Seven of Pentacles is my card that says, is the juice worth the squeeze? He's looking at those Seven Pentacles and saying, is it worth it? Or is there something better that I could be doing in my life? Or is there another direction that I could move in? And so that's what I really feel is going on here with that Seven of Pentacles. You're really saying like, is what I'm doing worth it? Or could I be doing something better? With the Knight of Wands, you have the Ace of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune. Damn, really good. Something is changing your fortunes. Whatever you are building, you are ready for this, and it's going to be very successful. Whether it's a business, relationship, your health, you could just be wanting to change as a person. Like whatever you're working on, doesn't matter. I feel it's going to change your life with this Wheel of Fortune for sure. The Wheel of Fortune is something we have to take control of. As I always say, I love the Wheel of Fortune. I think it's a great card, but I think sometimes people make it out to be like a little bit better than it actually is, because again, the wheel is always spinning in our life, no matter what. But the difference, what makes the card good, is if we take control of the wheel. We are the ones that have to cause a change with the Wheel of Fortune. If we don't, then the wheel just spins in whatever freaking direction, and then whatever happens, right? So, we really want to take control of the wheel with that card. And how do we do that? People always ask, whenever something challenging comes up, you take care of it right away. Most people bury their challenges and they just become monsters, right? They just become worse. And also, when something good happens, you don't just like let something good happen and go celebrate. You double down on the good stuff. So if we do that, then we're living at the center of the wheel. You have the King of Cups here. I do feel there could be a surprise connection coming in here. There could be someone who's really attracted to you coming in. It could be a really good person as well. I think that it's a surprise just because maybe this person kind of comes out of nowhere. It kind of gives me the vibes of like someone sliding into your DMs or something like that. But I also feel that maybe you know this person. Like some of you maybe worked with this person or whatever. You find out they're interested and you're like, huh. Like it's like one of those things where you're like, I feel like you're curious all of a sudden. You become aware of this person. It's like they've always been there, but like all of a sudden you become curious and you're like, damn, I am attracted to this person. It's kind of weird because it's almost like you're waking up to a person here. The other thing I'm getting here is that it's like maybe you know a person, right? Like a friend or someone who's close to you. This feels like if this part is for you, it feels like someone who's close to you. It's like, I feel like you've always thought like, oh, whatever, they're a friend, they're attractive, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, maybe you never saw them a certain way, but it's almost like they do something that really turns you on here. That's what I get. I feel like for some of you, it's like you could see this person do something in public or, maybe you hang out with them and it's like you see another side of them. So some of you could be waking up to the fact that you're attracted to a person. And with the Seven of Pentacles, here you go. You have the Queen of Wands. I'm telling you right now, this is the two of you. And again, I get this like sudden desire. It's weird off of that Queen of Wands. So if you have someone that you're kind of attracted to, but maybe, again, I'm sure we all have that person. Like I have plenty of friends where I could say this person is attractive, but it's like, would I date them? Maybe, probably not. Right. And so again, it's like one of those, like, I feel like you look at this person, you can say to yourself, oh, this is an attractive person, but it's like, there's something is changing here. And again, it could be a friend or someone you work with is what I'm getting, or it could be, maybe it's just someone that you kind of know as well. Like you know them through friends or you've met them one or two times or, something along those lines. So I kind of get that here. With these cards. I also feel like you need to take a risk to make a change with the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. Again, the Queen of Wands, I'm going to show you on this version. She has no salamanders on her cloak. And so she has to take a risk without knowing whether or not it's going to be successful or not. So I really feel a lot of you need to take some sort of risk or, need to get out into the world to be more successful with that card. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this twists and turns card. It says carefully made plans could be thrown out of the window as major changes and interruptions surround you. Make sure you get a lot of rest to cope with all the upheaval. This is showing up in the good stuff, so obviously this would be a good thing. I mean, we're in a time of twists and turns. I tell people all the time to embrace Knight of Wands energy. I'm always saying that people should be experimenting, having new experiences, learning as much as possible. And this does not even have to be difficult. I've literally been sticking to learning one new thing a day for like over 3 years now. And, I can't stick to anything. So if I can do it, you can definitely do it. You have this wisdom card. It says, to focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. So yeah, if you have any wise older people, I've been getting a lot of these cards in the readings that would represent mentors or people to look up to. So again, if you have a person you consider a mentor or someone you look up to, I would definitely listen to their advice. You have the Queen of Wands. Definitely feel you're very attractive at this time. So I'm telling you right now, definitely someone coming in for you. I feel like you're waking up to this person, how attractive this person is. It's kind of weird. It's like, in my head earlier over here, it's like I see you thinking, it's like you see them one way, but then you see them another way. I don't know what happens here. It's kind of weird because it's like maybe you see this person, it's like, I don't want to say, like, let's say this is a man. It's like maybe you see them as like not traditionally masculine or whatever the hell you want to call it, right? But it's like I feel like you see them. It's almost like you see them do something like super masculine. You're like, holy crap! Where did that come from? It's like maybe you see them changing a light bulb or something like that, or maybe they change your fire detector when they come over to your apartment or something. Maybe that's been beeping for months. I bet for some of you it has been. So change your batteries, ladies and gentlemen. But ladies, come on, like seriously, right? So there you go. Whatever it is, I feel like you're like, who is this? What's going on here, right? So, that's what I see there. You have the Fool card. I feel like there's some sort of leap of faith that needs to be taken. There's some sort of risk. We saw this with the Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands twice. I was getting something about taking a risk or jumping into something. Again, Queen of Wands is a calculated risk. She is willing to learn as she goes, but she already knows how to do something, kind of, but so it's not really a risk, right? It's like more like she maybe wants to start a business maybe she's done it before, but it failed. It's like she already knows how to do it. She just needs to try again. So I kind of get that type of risk here. It could be a love for some of you where you need to open up to love. I feel like it's also something people don't agree with. I think that if people aren't agreeing with you, that's exactly the direction you should move in for sure. She has this black cat here. During the times of tarot, black cats were considered unlucky. And so the whole point of the black cat that doesn't want to focus here is that she doesn't care what people think. She just likes the cat. She just wants the cat. And so she doesn't care what anyone tells her, right? Which is exactly how we should be. And so again, I feel like you could have a lot of people that are telling you, oh, don't do this, don't do that, it's risky. And I feel you should do it anyway. You have the Five of Swords. Literally my card of taking a risk. So, definitely time to take a risk. I also feel this, this is showing up in the good stuff. So I feel like once and for all, you're putting, if you, the past person here, if you had that past person, if that's part of your story, if you had that past person in your life, then I feel like you're cutting the cords with this person. You're totally moving on. Let's see. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Lovers. Yes. Are you kidding? Definitely surprise connection coming in here. It could be a Scorpio. Coming in for you. Could be any sign, general reading, but, take it how it resonates. Could be a Gemini, could be an Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo. Could be one of the fixed signs with the Wheel of Fortune. It could be another Capricorn as well, or Taurus. With the Fool, you have the Hermit. It could be a Virgo. definitely could be an Earth sign. But with the Hermit, it's like you need to reveal something to the world, and I definitely feel it's time for you to reveal your skills to the world. With the Five of Swords, you have the Nine of Swords. Yes, you are putting a never-ending cycle to rest. I'm telling you right now. I feel like there's a person who's a little bit obsessed, like I said earlier with you. Just the feeling I get. Again, this is coming up in the good stuff, though. So it looks to me like you're taking control, and you're the one that is saying no to this situation. You have this Eagle card. It says triumph over obstacles. Yes, I think that you are having successes over obstacles, plain and simple. You have this ladder. It says climbing towards success. You are like ascending. Like I really feel that you are rising above a lot. Eagles, the mythology of the eagle is that they fly higher than any other bird. You have the ladder. It's like you're rising above things here with this energy. It says climbing towards success. You have this handshake card. It says a meeting with a stranger could be important. Yes, this could be a mentor. Remember, we were talking about like a mentor or something coming in. And so you could meet a person who really mentors you or helps you like in work and business, but could be any other area of your life as well. Again, a lot of people have been getting these messages of kind of like the guide appearing, right? And it's like, I think it's, in Joseph Campbell, the hero with a million faces, wherever that book is called, the hero with 1,000 faces or whatever it is, right? He talks about how when, on the hero's journey, when the hero's on their journey, it's like when they start their journey, the guides start to appear. And, it's almost like because you're starting a journey that the people you need are showing up. You have this wedge card. It says someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. A lot of people have been getting weird energy like this. I would be careful of like who you tell what to, like if you're getting into a relationship, you might want to keep it to yourself for a little while. Because again, there could be people who are trying to get in between that. You have the scales card. It says, keep your life in balance. Yes, Capricorn, you need to have more fun. For sure. I know that for a fact. And so I would be making sure that you do things that are more fun in your life. But this looks really good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.